Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week and had a great day. You did not get a video from me yesterday because I took yesterday just to relax, and I did a lot of cooking this weekend, and yesterday I just wanted to just really relax and just not do a ton. So that's what I did, and I had today off, so I took care of some things, and it was great. So I'm gonna head back for 4 days, and then I have next Monday off, and then I have 4 days. So it was very good. So I am here, and we're going to talk about sister wives. So let's get into sister wives. Okay, so an update. I wanted to get this out here, but I had heard an update on the little dog. Remember the little dog that was sitting outside when David and Christine were leaving to help move Mykelti and Tony to North Carolina? So the little dog, I found out that producers looked around the neighborhood. They found the owner. The dog is safe. Everything is okay with the little dog. Okay, so with Mary, she said that now it was a couple days since she did the speed dating. She matched with Ron. She liked him, he liked her, but they have not talked yet. So what she was doing, I like this. I thought it was fun. She is having her friends over, and they're going to have like a sip and paint where you drink wine and you paint. So they decided that the subject they were going to be painting was eggplants, hence the title of the episode, all about eggplants. So they were painting eggplants. And none of the other wives knew what the eggplant emoji meant, which doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I loved seeing like the goofy, funny side of Mary. So they all had to paint an eggplant, which makes me wonder then, why did the one paint not an eggplant, but painted like the sad, frowny, crying face? I didn't understand that. You couldn't just go with it and paint like an eggplant. I don't understand. Maybe it's because she wasn't a good painter. I would have done a terrible job. But okay, so Mary, listen, we know Mary is ready to get out there and date, because she drew the eggplant plus dinner time. So we know she's ready to date, but the winner was absolutely Hillary. Hillary's was hilarious because the funniest part was the hair, but then also it said XO salty bitches. I'm gonna put a picture right here of Hillary's. I thought hers was hilarious. Okay, next up, talking about Christine. So Christine, as far as Christine goes and her story this week, so Mykelti and Tony, now Christine and David were, I think they said 45 minutes ahead of Mykelti and Tony. And Mykelti and Tony were going through the weather from the tornado. So they pulled off to find some place to seek shelter, and they pulled under the awning of a hotel. And so they stayed there till it was clear. But then David and Christine caught up with them, and I'm going to tell you what, those holes, those craters, those holes that was left in their windshield, the windshield of their truck, that's crazy. Like, that would have terrified me. I wouldn't have been able to deal with that. That would be scary. And David almost actually sounded jealous that he missed the tornado, because remember, he wants to be a tornado chaser. I don't know. I get it. That's adrenaline and adventure. I don't understand why anybody would want to do that. Okay, and then day 3. Everything was looking up after, they found shelter and the weather had passed. But then day 3 comes and they find out that like the tire on their trailer, on McKelty and Tony's trailer, it wasn't just flat, like it was shredded. I don't even know how it gets like that, but it was like totally shredded. And here's me thinking, wait a minute, is this God's way of being like, maybe moving isn't such a great thing? But they press on. They finally make it to Charlotte. And I was really thinking, for some reason, I was thinking that it was a lot closer to everybody else. But Janelle was like, it's 4 hours away, but it's on the interstate, so it's a straight shot and it's not bad. I thought it was a lot closer. Now, Janelle said something that we know is going to be like a difficult, like a tense, a stressful thing for her to say. Stressful for Christine. And she says all the grandbabies are in one state. And she said something like, sorry, laughingly said, sorry, Christine. I don't think she didn't mean it in any mean way, but this is going to be a sore point with Christine. And we also find out some excellent news, but congratulations, because Maddie is pregnant. This is her 4th child, so Maddie is pregnant. And the thing that was like the icing on the cake was that her due date, Maddie's due date, is Garrison's date of passing. So it's like it's a full circle, like one life ended and another is beginning. I thought, wow, oh my gosh, that's like, Garrison is probably just looking down and just so happy. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, he would have been just like a great uncle. Maddie is a great mom, so congratulations to Maddie and Caleb. But I was wondering, like, how is Cody gonna find out? I would imagine that Janelle would probably call him. I wouldn't think that she would be like, well, let him find out online. I wouldn't think that. So then McKelty, and talking about the pregnancy, Tony had basically said, McKelty had basically said, well, does that make you want to have another kid? He's like, no, absolutely not. No. And so that's a hard no on no more kids. And later on, McKelty was talking with Christine about her moving, and Christine is like, I'm glad that everybody's happy, but I'm not moving. We're not moving to North Carolina. We have our home. We're not moving. But I feel like this is kind of making Christine feel like a little left behind. And we see that next week she is talking to David and she's like, I feel like I did something wrong. Am I, as a mother, did I do something wrong? I feel like this is going to bring up some insecurity, and that's going to harken back to the insecurity that she felt whenever Robin came into the family. Like, she felt, I don't want to say ignored, but she felt all alone. I'm wondering if this is going to stir some of that up in her, because she does bring up the fact that Janelle said, "Oh, well, we have all the I have all the grandkids in my state, or all the grandkids are here," and she didn't take too kindly to it. So I'm wondering if that's going to bring up some insecurity. Okay, so now lastly with Robin and Cody. So Robin and Cody, we know that they were looking for a dream house because so much pain and so many life-changing, painful events took place in this house. So they were thinking about, like, remember they had said, if we're driving along and we see something that we really like, then we will stop and take a look at it. Well, apparently they did. They found their dream house. So they were like, they're getting ready. They start off their scene packing everything up, like quickly working to pack things up. So they found their dream home. They put in a bid. However, there's one contingency, and that is that your house that you're living in has to sell. So their realtor, Justin, he stopped by with good news. There is a bid. It's a cash offer. It's just under the listing price. There's no contingencies. So everybody's pretty stoked about it. He had said something. He was comparing like how it was with his three wives versus how it was with Robin, as far as like making decisions on what goes on in the home. And he said, I mean, like as far as decorating and as far as like doing whatever in the home. And he said, my other wives had complete independence versus Robin. She wants this to be like a partnership in us making decisions. And see, in my mind, I was like, but wait a minute. I think like the other wives had this independence because once Robin came into the family and joined the family, he just didn't give a shit about the other families, about the other wives. I mean, we all know he didn't give a shit. It seemed like he didn't give a shit about Christine since the very beginning. As soon as don't even get me started. As soon as she was that chubby girl coming out of the gas station with some nachos. Yes, no, I'm never going to let that go. Never. I'm never going to let that go. Anyways, bitter much? Yeah, that's what I think. I think that they had an independence because he just didn't give a shit. And he's like, do whatever you want. But with Robin, he's like, oh my gosh, let me make sure that I'm in on every decision because I need to be around my diesel jeans model. He's saying that this new house is much bigger. He wants a bigger house so his adult children can come and visit. He wants truly to have a room. The adult children that he never talks to and the adult children that he alienated, that he will only talk to them if it's on his terms. Those ones, listen, they're moving to different parts of the country. They're not stopping by to see you. And truly, I feel like that is, I don't know that relationship is ever going to happen again, because here's the thing. When Christine was pregnant with Truly, he almost missed the damn birth because he was so giddy at spending time with Robin. Oh my gosh, he couldn't tear himself away from Robin. No. He wants room for Truly. I think that's done. I think that relationship is done. Okay. And here, he also mentioned another, the ladies, the the ex-wives were talking about, Cody always wanted to move on to greener pastures. Like, he never wanted to stay in one place, which is crazy because when they got the cul-de-sac, that would have been perfect for everybody right there, because everybody was right there. But then they had to move, and when they moved, that caused quite a few problems for the women. It didn't really cause much of a problem for Robin, because if I remember correctly, he wanted to move out to Flagstaff so she could be closer to her son, who was going to college. So they moved for Robin. It was for Robin. It was for Robin's sake. They didn't have any, they didn't have, the rest of the family probably didn't have any say-so in it. Let's just do it for Robin. Everything's done for Robin. So Cody accepts the offer on the house. And they both Robin and Cody want to move because there was a lot of pain in that house. Three of his wives left him. That was his fault, that in the house, but that's where they left him. That's where he got the news of Garrison's passing. So there was a lot that happened there, and there was a lot of pain there for Robin too. So they want to move. And I get that. I understand. You don't want to be in a house that holds so many ghosts and so much pain. And you want to make a clean break, and you want to start a fresh life. I understand that. The physical surroundings, while you take yourself from the physical surroundings of pain, you still have that pain in your mind. So, okay, sell the house, but maybe also go in for some counseling or some therapy. The ladies, the ex-wives, they found out about the sale online, which, I know I say a lot about, I don't like Cody at all, and I don't really like Robin at all, but I wouldn't expect for them to tell the exes. They don't communicate, they don't talk, so I understand why you wouldn't tell them. And it almost seemed to me like whenever they were talking about selling Coyote Pass, and he said something like, we have to sell, we're going to sell Coyote Pass because we really want to move into this new house. So it almost seemed like if Cody or Robin want something, then they'll move quickly to get it done. But if Janelle or Mary, when they were saying, when are we going to sell this? He kept dragging his feet. Now all of a sudden Robin's on board with moving to a new house, and he's like, well, let's get this Coyote Pass listed. Let's get it, sold. Once again, if Robin wants something, it's done. So they get out there to the new house, and it's a huge house. It has an extra garage, for Cody and his things. But the thing about this, it's a huge home. They have 4 kids. He wants there to be room for grandkids and whatnot. Here's the thing to me. I thought in my mind, I compared the two big pieces of information in this episode. And that was Maddie's pregnancy and McKelty and Tony moving to North Carolina versus this new house. And to me, it was like, over here in North Carolina, we have like a new life coming into the world. But McKelty had also said that Garrison's passing has brought the siblings closer together. And now they have little like hubs where people are like kind of clustered, like in Las Vegas and in Utah and in North Carolina, where they can easily just go to and be with their siblings. And in North Carolina, Maddie's kids and McKelty's kids can grow up together and have those bonds. And it's all very like making memories, and versus Cody, and his just seemed very materialistic, because even though Robin was like, it's a large house and we can make memories and snap, the overshadowing, Cody overshadowed that by his like, it's large, and he kept saying opulent. I just love the opulence, and it's opulent. Like his seemed very materialistic, but he has always seemed like that. Like he has to have things as opposed to having great relationships with the rest of your family. He has things. That's what struck out to me. So, yeah. So next week we're going to look at a little bit more of, we're going to see like I said, Christine really having her feelings a little hurt by the fact that people are moving, their kids are moving away. And I feel like maybe she's feeling a little, like I said, a little left behind, or maybe a little insecure. So I don't know. We'll see. Now listen, if you watched, let me know what you thought. And if nobody told you yet today, you were loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there so it comes right back at you. Please treat each other the way you would want to be treated. And also, kindness is free. Let's put it out there. Always be aware of your surroundings. Be smart and safe. Let's all hydrate with some water, which I did not do enough of today, or this weekend. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy your way so you make it through. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. We're going to I'm finally going to catch us up on last 2 episodes of Sorority Mom's Guide to Rush. I'm going to do episode 9 tomorrow. So I will see you guys. Yes, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.